back to my channel if you are a returning subscriber. But if you're new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Everyone give this video a thumbs up and follow me on Instagram if you aren't already. Okay, so I did like a 3-month update on this camera and it is doing pretty well, so I thought I would make a part 2. This is actually going to be my second and last video on this camera because I'm actually going to upgrade. But I've had this camera for about 8 months and I thought it was time to do one last update on it. So without further ado, let's show you my camera. So if you watch my last video, then you guys know that I keep my camera like this when I'm not using it to film. I don't have a case yet. And I'll probably never get one, let's be honest, because I'm going to be upgrading soon. So when I'm done, I just put it back in the original box that it came in. And it's fine. So now I'm just going to put it together really quick. I'm going to take the lens cap cover off of all of the lens and the camera. So I don't want to like be redundant on this video because like I said, I already have a 3-month update where I went over a lot of things like the pros and cons. So this is just going to elaborate on that. So you know it's in when you hear it click. Okay, let's just talk about the appearance. I want to go more into depth about the appearance of it, which I feel like I didn't do last time. So just looking at the camera, it is super bulky. That was always an issue, but when I seen the lens as big as it is, that's what honestly made me want to get it before I even start to do a lot of research on it. I was like, hey, you know, the lens is big, which means it's going to be a good camera. That's not like necessarily true. Photos, of course, it's definitely a great camera, and you guys are probably tired of hearing like this camera is not for videos, but that's like not 100% true, because most people who get this camera and say that it's not really for videos, most of them usually don't have really great lighting. Not to say that I have like superb lighting, but in great lighting it films pretty good, and I'll give you guys an example. So I'm going to switch it from the off button to on. I'm putting the battery in, memory cards in, it's on now. So I'm gonna sit this down for a second. I'm going to plug up the cord that came with my camera, and I'm gonna plug it up on this side where the USB port is, and it's plugged in. And of course, you guys probably can't see me because of this daggone ring light. It's already on video. You hear the lens trying to autofocus. It's taking forever. I don't even know if this is clear. But this is not how I film when I use this camera. It would be like nearly impossible for me to film like that. I would have to see myself because there's no way I can record myself blindly and be okay with that. So I'm going to show you guys how I set up my live monitor. I'm going to give you guys a more in-depth preview of how to use this software to even be able to get the live monitor. If you have this camera, or if you have any Canon camera period, I think you can use this. I like this new feature where if you wear your Apple Watch, it straight unlock your MacBook. That is so neat. I don't know if it's new, but it's new to me. Okay, so I'm going to be looking down a little bit, but I'm going to pull up my screen recorder on my laptop. Okay, now this is my first time screen recording on my laptop, so hopefully I'm doing this right. Okay, so since my camera is already on and I have it plugged up into, I have the USB plugged up into the camera, I'm going to now take the end part of the USB and put it into my laptop. As soon as my laptop picks up that my camera is on, this screen is going to pop up that says EOS Rebel T6. From here, I'm going to hit remote shooting. That's the second option here. I know a lot of people were asking me last time to go more in depth about this, so this is how I do this. This is to take it out of viewfinder mode. Okay, and now I can see myself on my laptop screen. I can zoom in if I want, but I'm going to actually zoom out. Now that is focused, or it seems to be focused. Let me look and make sure that's focused. It looks like it's focused, but I don't have my glasses on, so I hope this is focused. And to record, I'm going to hit this same button. I'm looking down a lot, which is why you might see me looking down sometimes when I'm recording. It's because I'm looking at my laptop screen. I usually just have it to the right or the left of me. And I look down periodically to see if I'm still in focus or that I need to stop it because I recorded too much and I don't feel like editing all of that in one clip. So I'll split it up. That's how you turn your laptop into a live monitor. So I hope that is helpful. You can also use this pop-up window to import your pictures. It's going to straight pop up anywhere, or you can just straight upload them into iMovie or Final Cut or wherever you want to edit your videos. I usually just put them straight onto my laptop first and then edit that way because it's easier for me. But from here, this is how you can take pictures. What I'm going to do is show you. I'm going to switch the dial to auto. Now with auto, you can turn the flash on, and since it's nighttime, it's probably needed. I'm going to leave it in this viewfinder mode, and I'm just going to hit this button over here, and it sounds like it's focused, so we're going to see. Oh, I don't really like that picture, but I guess I'll include it. Let's take another, because we're going to get one that I like. I don't have to push this button. I can just, I'm over here about to push the freaking shutter button to take the picture when I could just hit this button over here to the right. I'm scared. Oh my God, that flash is too bright. I think I'm gonna have to go with the first one. I'm gonna have to find one picture I like. You see what I mean by too bulky and it take too long to autofocus? Look how long it's taking me to get a picture. Okay, y'all, I'm super excited because my screen recording on my laptop actually worked, and that was my first time, so I feel like super excited. I had to YouTube it. YouTube has been the best teacher I ever had in my life. It's taught me so much stuff. Like, I feel like that I would never learn in the classroom. Okay, another key point I want to touch is once you learn how to work this camera and really get the hang of it, you'll get some really clear videos, because on my channel, I actually have some really clear videos from this camera. I just know how to manipulate it. You get what I'm saying? Like, I know when the perfect time is to record on this camera and when a good time isn't to record. Like, I would not record on this camera right now because I broke 2 of my umbrella lights, and that was more lighting. So the better, the more lights, the better. So I need some more lighting. So just trying to use my ring light right now. With my room already being dark, it's not a good idea. I've done this before and I never uploaded those videos onto my channel because it doesn't look good. The next camera that I'm going to get is going to be a Canon camera. I actually love Canon products. I prefer Canon over Sony and Nikon, if you ask me. But that is personally my opinion. I'm doing so much with my hands just because I really love this nail polish color. Like a banana or something. Super bright for fall, but it is what it is. I wear what I want, when I want, how I want, and that's on that. Period. 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 So the camera that I'm going to get, because I'm manifesting it, I'm going to get that camera. I always said I was going to have a good camera for YouTube, and that's what I meant. So I'm going to get the Canon GX Mark II. That's the camera I want right now, but if I keep doing research, I'll probably change my mind. But that's the camera I wanted from the start. It was only $100 more than this camera, but I couldn't wait. I had to have the camera that day, and that's why I got stuck with this camera. I'm not mad about it because this camera actually has taught me a lot. I feel like when you first starting off YouTube, I'm not even new to YouTube. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. So, but I'm just saying, if you are like a beginner with cameras, then it's not a bad idea to get this camera to start off with, because you don't want to get a really intermediate camera. You don't know how to work it and you get really frustrated trying to figure out the ins and outs of it. And it might be a little bit too advanced for you. You know, I feel like this camera has molded me into a great cinematographer. Did I say it correctly? I hope I said that word right. But I was already pretty good at filming things, I believe. That's because I came a long way. Like, my very first YouTube video was not even on YouTube, so you guys can't see where I really came from. But if you look at my very first video on my channel all the way up until now, you can see like the progress. Not even with just recording, editing, thumbnails. Like, it's all just a process. I feel like if you take this camera and perfect your craft, then it'll mold you. It'll get you more prepared for when you want that more advanced camera. I feel like this camera is definitely great for beginners all the way up into intermediate, because like I said, you can manipulate like how you want things to look in the shot, and it's definitely great for photos. I will give it that. I like to record on this camera in the daylight. That's the best to record in for me. But when I used to record downstairs, when I used to use my home studio with the backdrop and all the little fancy stuff, I would record at nighttime and not have a problem. But that's because I also had the ring light and the 2 umbrella lights. But I literally just broke the light bulb to my umbrella light yesterday, and that's what I get for not keeping it in the bag. I left it on the floor and it's a mess. I took this camera when I went on vacation and I couldn't even use it because it was too bulky. Like, look how big the lens is, and people have lenses bigger than this. If you're looking for some cheap lenses though, eBay is definitely the place you should look. I've seen some on there for like $30, so check that out if you haven't. EOS Utility 3 is a great way to turn your laptop into a live monitor, so you should definitely check that out. It's free. All you got to do is type it in on Google, literally Canon Eos Utility 3. It'll take you to the page. You select whatever Canon camera you have, and it's a long list of Canon cameras, so I'm sure any Canon camera that's like probably like anything from 2010 on up should be on there, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so I feel like this video is kind of longer than I anticipated, so I'm going to end it here. If you have any questions, drop them below in the comment section, and I'll be sure to answer each and every one of your questions. And I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you aren't already. Give this video a thumbs up, and follow me on Instagram if you aren't already. Bye.